Welcome back to your favorite FDIC-inspired finance show, Know Your Dough Show. Today we're going to be talking about managing your paycheck.
Paychecks! Everybody's favorite part of working and the sole reason why our economy is still chugging along today. While you may feel as if you're on top of the world when you first get your paycheck, it's very important that you understand how to manage your paycheck and know how much money you're really bringing in.
So a paycheck, as most of you probably know, is how your income comes to you. It might be in the form of a physical check that your boss gives you, or it can be in the form of electronic payments, such as direct deposit. So the thing about paychecks is it's not uncommon, especially when you get your first paycheck, I experienced this as well, to be a little underwhelmed by how much money you receive. This can be because of a multitude of factors, ranging from some of it being taken away for taxes, some of it being taken away for your 401k, in the case of people who actually have full-on career started, or in my case, your boss just not accepting all the hours that you log, and so only half the hours that you actually work being counted. So when you get your first paycheck, it's actually really not uncommon to be a little underwhelmed by how much money you make. This can range from a lot of things. For example, some companies take money out for taxes and your 401k or long-term retirement plan. If you're part of a workers' union, they might take away money for that. Or if your boss doesn't check off all the hours that you log, now you have 80 hours that you've checked in but only get paid for 40 of them, despite the fact that you worked the entire month.
The one saving grace in this situation is that you can get tax deductions, which significantly shrink the income pool that can be taxed by claiming expenses, such as sales tax or tax returns, which can decrease your expenses significantly, so long as you know what you're doing. When looking at your income, the two numbers to examine are your gross and your net income. Your gross income is the amount that you make before deductions, expenses, taxes, etc. Your net income is how much you actually get to take home. Some say only a pessimist would look at their net income, but this may actually be a more financially realistic number, as you can see the definite amount of money you have to work with.
Now, there's one more thing I got to talk to you about when regarding your income, and it directly actually affects your net income. We've talked previously about employers taking money away from your check for tax reasons. This directly is related to the IRS Form W-4. Basically what this does is forces every civilian in the US to go into the tricky world of financial law without any actual previous education. What it's for is your employer is able to look at your financial information to know how much to deduct from your paycheck to put into taxes, for example, Social Security, Medicaid, all that jazz. And so the W-4 form is what's really going to help decide how much money you're actually be taking home. So make sure to file it around every year, or as the IRS recommends, either every year or whenever your financial situation changes. So there's one more thing we have to talk about when regarding your net income. We've talked earlier about taking money away for tax purposes out of your paycheck before you even receive it, and this directly relates to the W-4 IRS form. Essentially what this is forcing every American to go into the tricky world of finance law without any previous education on the subject. What you basically do is you give your financial information, put it on the sheet, and give it to your employer. Your employer is then able to judge how much money to actually put from your income into taxes. For example, your Social Security and your Medicaid taxes. So it's actually really important to decide how much your net income is based off of your W-4 form. The IRS recommends that you update your W-4 form every single year, and especially every time your financial situation changes, because this will greatly impact the percentage and the rates that you're taxed at.
Thank you for watching our video about managing your paycheck, understanding how much money you bring in, gross and net income, and the W-4 form.
Make sure to like and subscribe, and when I say like, I mean smash that like button. Please comment, we're looking for interaction. This has been Landon
And Deva.
And we're here to make sure that you know your dough.